Hi there, my name's James Darley and I'm the Chief Executive of Transform Society. We're an alliance of leading public sector employers recruiting over 3,000 graduates a year. Hopefully you've heard of a number of us. My alliance includes Teach First, who are recruiting teachers, Frontline, who are recruiting children's social workers, Police Now, police officers, Think Ahead, adult mental health social workers, and Unlock graduates, prison officers. And we've built an exclusive relationship with the University of Liverpool to bring you exclusive access to hints, tips, sessions, activities, so that you can start to get to know these 5 employers and have access to those 3,000 positions, of which over 10% are in the Northwest if you're wanting to stay local. So, second years, what are my kind of tips to you? Well, first is that you've got to get organised. You need to start getting ready to apply. So all of my 5 Alliance members open their applications around September, October of a year. And certainly this year, if anything is to go by, they close their applications very, very early because of the surge in interest. Nearly half of all graduates are interested in public sector now. So it's a really popular area. So if you are thinking about public sector or you haven't, then please do look at the Transform Society Alliance webpage and get to know the 5 programs that I represent a little bit closer. There are many other fantastic ways in: civil service, fast stream, the NHS. So have a look at all the different areas into public sector if you're interested. But particularly with my 5 Alliance members, my tips are, if you know which one you want to apply to, then you've got to start thinking about how you are going to be one of those graduates that gets accepted onto the programme. Because the application process is quite intense now. You'll have to go through screening and then you have to go through an assessment centre. So all of my programs vary, but on the whole, there will be some kind of online test that you have to do. There'll then be a kind of application that you have to do, often a video interview, and then an assessment centre. So find out what the different stages are of the application process now, so that before you apply, you can actually practice them and get yourself ready. Now, always remember, all employers, public sector or not, are going to be recruiting you against what's called competencies or strengths or attributes. Maybe I just use the catch-all term of transferable skills. So things like leadership, resilience, problem solving, critical analysis, judgment, humility, respect and empathy. Those are just some of my Alliance members. Now, once you know which one you want to apply to, have a look at their website or attend a session that I will be running over the coming terms and weeks. I'll explain to you a lot more about the application process. I also run things like mock assessment centres, role play exercises, assessment centre hints and tips. So look out on Handshake for all of the different events that will be coming your way. But once you know which employer you want, then you need to look at those competencies. And I'll do a simple little exercise like rank yourself between 1 and 10 and on each of those competencies, where 1 is dreadful, 10 is amazing. Now, if any of you put 10, I'm afraid I probably need to ask you to cross that out and have another little go. I would expect you to be between kind of 4s and 6s and 7s. Now, those 4s and 5s is probably the areas that you're going to need to focus on. So my top tips for you is to kind of find out the competencies, the transferable skills, rank yourself on them, and then start to prioritise maybe 2 or 3 that you need to improve on. Because here in your second year, that's when you can start to get engaged in activities. Maybe you could do some volunteering, maybe you're a key worker. We're looking to develop something called the Transform Society Challenge, where you'll get to work on local problems with local leaders and your academics and other students, and we'll work together on a project. These are the kind of experiences, internships, work experience. These are all the things that really help you build your skills because you actually get to do something. And in this time of COVID, when internships and work experience is actually very, very hard to get, I encourage you to do online activities like the Transform Society Challenge or other opportunities that you can find online just to try and get yourself an understanding of what these jobs are like and kind of talk to people and build your skills. So the first thing to say is don't panic. Things will recover. They certainly say that by kind of 2023, which is when you'll be graduating, the graduate market will have recovered. But it's really important right now that you start to think about the organisations that you want to work for and the sectors. Hopefully public sector is something you'll consider. Look at the employers look at the competencies, transferable skills that they recruit against, and start working out ways that you can get better at the ones that you're not quite as confident at. So hopefully that's helped. Do some research, build your skills, and please think of the Transform Society Alliance members when you're thinking about public sector jobs. Good luck.